Now let's go down here in my style. I want to show y'all something, guys. I want to alert you guys on something. Okay, this car comes from another shop. The other shop said that they need, first of all, without displaying the car, it's a Chrysler 300. The other shop said they need a transmission. Now, because the transmission is likely under warranty, that's why they hightail it over here. All right, now look at this mess, guys. Not really a mess, but look, this is a sort of like a PTU, power transfer unit, where you can, in other words, it's not really technically four-wheel drive, but all-wheel drive. All right, now, oh my God, I am no big fan of replacing the transmission with all this on it. In fact, I cringed when I saw it. When I lit it up in the air and go, oh my God. Bad enough it's an 8-speed, but it's an all-wheel drive 8-speed. But hooray, hooray, hooray. Chances are, this not even a problem. Guys, if you got some engine drivability problem, let me explain something to you. The relationship between the transmission and the engine, there is a huge relationship. They pretty much married, guys. They got to be on the same page. Okay, so if you have engine drivability issues, you could very well affect transmission. You can't just look over the check engine light issues and think your transmission still supposed to be shifting. There are some codes in the PCM that will resonate, that will affect transmission operation. In fact, if you got any kind of failure, emission failure trouble codes, disregard the transmission, how it shifts, because it's likely being affected. Okay, now in a second, I'm finna go to the computer and show y'all relationships, what I'm talking about. Okay, this is a 300, all right? It has a 3.6 Pentastar teamed up with this ZF 8-speed transmission. There's nothing wrong with this transmission, although it is not shifting the way it's supposed to. But forget that, it's not even driving the way it's supposed to. It's not idling, it's not doing anything, guys, and I'm finna tell you why in a second. In fact, guys, let's go over to the computer. I want to show you something. All right, guys, I have the topology pulled up. Now, as you can see, there's codes, and the yellow indicate trouble codes in these modules, guys. But I'm interested in the PCM and the TCM right now. Okay, now let's go to TCM, because that's why it came in the first place. Now, take a look at these codes, guys. U1424, implausible engine torque signal received. Okay, I know what that means. All right, basically, vacuum has been compromised. Okay, torque management has been compromised. All right, now do not diagnose your transmission based off these codes until you go take a look. Here's the other one, P1DD2, torque request signal from TCM denied. Okay, the TCM, the transmission module, just denied any kind of torque request shift changes. Okay, because of something else, because of a failure possibly in the engine. Now, with that being said, let's go over to the engine and take a look at the PCM, and let's go to DTC. Look at these codes, guys. There is a camshaft code, 2 camshaft code, and an engine oil pressure code. Okay, this is a VVT engine setup. This is a 3.6 Pentastar. Now, guys, will these affect transmission operation? Absolutely. Okay, absolutely, guys. That's why there's no longer a transmission man. Back in the day, we used to specialize. Okay, I used to be a transmission man, meaning I only did transmission. Okay, but as time grew and technology changed, transmission and engines, or drivability, they too close to each other. They are related. Okay, they depend on each other to make the overall vehicle function the way it's supposed to. So now one can argue I'm an engine / transmission / drivability man. Guys, you have to be all of them. Okay, if you're out there specializing, you're gonna be forced to change. Okay, because you're not gonna just stand around, hang around in the shop waiting on a ticket that says transmission slipping. It's not going to happen. There's a chance it could be a drivability issue. In this case, this is exactly what happened. Okay, if this cam, let's say, I have a couple of videos out on this code. A bunch of these led to cam phasers. Do y'all know what the cam phasers? Do y'all know that the cam phasers are attached to the timing chain? Okay, which means hypothetically, if a cam phaser is out of whack or worn out or not doing its job, it could affect timing. Okay, when that happens, the computer will either advance or retard the timing based off its need. Okay, now that's why you would get codes like that in the transmission, torque management. Okay, because vacuum has been compromised, timing has been compromised, some things in the engine is not right, and this is that case. So I may not have to deal with that transmission, guys, from a replacement standpoint. Okay, so I might not have to touch it at all. Now, what I need to rearrange my priorities is on the engine problems. Okay, this is some VVT issue. I could have low oil pressure. Guys, with any VVT setup, oil pressure and oil level is crucial. Okay, if the oil level is wrong, that can cause all of these. If the oil pressure is wrong, that could cause all of these. Now, the oil pressure is, you would think, is directly related to an oil pump. Okay, now I got a code P06DD. Based off history, my history, me doing these, I've always been led to replace an oil pump on a code like this. Is that this car's problem? I don't know until I perform some tests. Now, you can, on a Pentastar engine, there is a way you can perform an oil pressure test, but the oil sensor is on the oil filter adapter housing, so it's going to be kind of hard to route a gauge and a line under the intake while you run the car. So what they did, came up with another way to perform an oil pressure test. Now you have to go through the oil filter area. Okay, I do not have that adapter, guys. I have to get me one, because if nothing else, I want to be able to back up what I'm saying. But that is the way to check oil pressure manually. Okay, you have to tee in an adapter into the oil filter adapter housing and hook your gauge up that way. All right, I got one coming. I'm just gonna order one, pay for it myself. But yes, now if cam phasers are going or failing, you know, it's mechanical springs and all of that. Watch this video right here. I give a couple of examples of a bad cam phaser. I don't like the word bad, but that's what we tend to use a lot on YouTube. So yes, that can be affected. My point is, guys, all of this can affect transmission operation, and you can in essence get codes like this in your transmission. Okay, all those codes you saw in the PCM could cause this. So don't just be running off replacing transmissions because you see this. Okay, everything is sophisticated and will require extensive diagnosis, guys. All right, I just want to put that out there. I am not about to replace this transmission. Oh my goodness, did y'all see that? PTU axles hanging out. No, this is an all-wheel drive setup. Now, there's not many repairs you can make on this 8-speed transmission anyway. So basically, valve body, that's about the only thing I have done. And I've taken a course on overhaul and repair to these, but because there's no parts available, we're not allowed to repair them because there's no parts. You're going to need parts to repair, right? Yes. Okay. So our only other option is to replace it. No. I'm going to exhaust all possibilities, okay? And this is under warranty too. So, all right, guys, let's go back to the car. All right, guys, so I hope you got something out of that. Do not just go running off replacing transmission just because you have transmission symptoms and a couple of transmission codes. You got to be able to dissect the codes and their meaning. Okay, I want to take a look at these brakes. Yeah, all this stuff needs to be properly processed. Okay. Yes, or you be just, what if I just went off their word? Okay, need a transmission, let me put one in it. Put one in, I still have the same problem. Until you fix the VVT setup on this engine, the Pentastar problems on the engine, you're going to be in the same boat. All right, so that is what I'm going to focus on, guys. That is all I have, guys. I hope you got something out of this. All right, thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video.